passing data from controller to view. So far, our index action has just called the view without passing any data to it. I mean, when an action calling a view, it usually passes some data to the view, and view receives this data and generates some HTML based on it. ASP.NET MVC provides multiple ways to pass data from controller to view. To show how I created this user class, I also created a list of users inside our action. Now we have three options to pass this list to view. The first option is viewback. Viewback is a dynamic object, so on fly you can give it a property and assign anything to it. Now that it is assigned to viewback in controller, let's go to view and use it. In view, we can read it back like this. But now we have a small problem. Viewback is dynamic object, so the type of user is not defined. But of course, we can simply cast it to solve this problem. Something like this, and now we know users variable is a list of users. And to show our list, I also added a table. This is the way I have defined a for each loop inside our razor view. In this way, for each user, we have one row inside the table, which shows the ID and the name of that user. Let's save them all and check it in a browser. If I refresh the page, we can see the list of users here. Back to the IDE. Going back to our test controller, as the second option besides viewback, we have something similar to it, which you already know it. It is viewData. And this is the same code using viewData. The difference is viewData is a dictionary while viewback is a dynamic object. And the performance of viewData is better. But feel free to use either of them based on your programming style. So if I go back to the view, I can just change viewback to viewData. Now if we save them all and bring the browser, if we refresh, we will see absolutely no change, which means it works the same. Back to Visual Studio and back to the controller, let's see our third option. So I delete this line. Then here, we can pass users as a parameter to view method. Now back to view in first line, I added @model followed by the type of what I passed to view method as a parameter. Now I can delete this line, and as a consequence I don't have users variable anymore, so I have to change it to model. Let me explain it more. So in fact, model is what is passed to the view method as the parameter. And the type of model is defined with @model at the first line. Let me save it and check it in browser. Refreshing the page. Again, the result is the same. Usually, ASP.NET developers favor model. You are going to see why when we are dealing with forms in future.